Hey guys, it's John, and this is just a little update video talking about my thought process and my experience so far with uploading daily videos on my second channel, John Twolfe, the channel you're watching right now. So yeah, you may have noticed that there's been a new video every day so far this year, actually most days since October, although I did take a couple breaks later in the year. But so far in this year, through January and February and March so far, there's been at least one new video every day, sometimes two. I get a lot of people saying that they, refresh waiting for the videos, which is great. Just want to let you know that they go live at the same time every day. So there's always a video at 2 p.m. Central every day. So whatever that is in your time zone, that's when the videos come out. If you look at when the last video came out on the channel, it'll say like 18 hours ago, right? That means the next video is in 6 hours. So I think a lot of people haven't noticed that. That's fine, but I just want to make that easier for everybody. So, the videos come out at the same time every day. If there's a second video, it comes out 4 hours after the first one, but, so that can sometimes, I guess, mess up when to expect videos. But yeah, they come out at 2 p.m. Central every day, at least so far. But I actually kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because I've been having a good time doing it, and I think it's been working, just financially and for the channel. The channel's been growing, which is great. But I have been having less time than I'd like to work on main channel stuff, especially lately. I don't know if that's like a time management thing or what, but I do have a soon-to-be 8-month-old daughter, and she's she demands a lot of time, obviously. Kimmy, does a great job with her and watches her for most of the day so I can work. But sometimes, I'm needed and I gotta, drop everything. And sometimes that means that it's a little bit more of a time crunch for videos. So I don't know how much longer I can keep up the daily videos, but, it's been working out so far. Just want to do a quick, rundown, I guess, of the videos and the playthroughs and what I've been thinking with them. So let me just pull that up. Okay, so yeah, here are the videos that we've had so far in the new year. We started off with Baldur's Gate 3, which the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, we're on a little bit of a break right now. We just finished Act 1. It took 27 videos. I'll be coming back with Act 2 in just a couple days. Actually, 2 days from now. 2 days from when you're watching this video, Baldur's Gate 3 will resume with Act 2 and Part 28. I've been having a great time with the game. It's what won the vote at the last charity stream, or the charity stream before the last charity stream. Because the big reward for the whole thing was you get to vote on a playthrough, and no matter what the game is, I have to play it. And Baldur's Gate 3 won. Been really enjoying it so far. And I also just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody who's been watching it. I know it's not my highest viewed series, to say the least, but I find that the people that are watching it are really liking it, and I appreciate that there's not too much backseating. I know there's some people here and there that don't like how I do things or don't like how I am prioritizing the characters, but for the most part, it's been a really great playthrough, and I've been very surprised by that. I kind of figured that, this is a game that people would be very protective of, and they are, but it hasn't crossed the parasocial boundary for me yet, which is great. I don't know if that's going to change in the future if I make the wrong decision in Acts 2 and 3, but yeah, it's been really great. It's been a great experience, and I'm excited to continue playing through the game to the end. Let's see. We also got Lethal Company videos here. I know that people haven't really been asking about it, but we posted 14 videos of Lethal Company, and some people have asked, is there gonna be any more? There is. We're just waiting for more content because we kind of ran through all the content that's already out, so we're just waiting for them to update with more content, and we'll play more Lethal Company. So there'll be a part 15 and beyond coming whenever there's a big update. Bramble the Mountain King was a fun little short playthrough, 4 parts. I don't know if you've noticed this, but the way that I'm kind of formatting the channel right now is I have a long playthrough, and then I try to do short playthroughs concurrently. So that's why there's usually an every other day upload schedule. So right now the long playthrough is Baldur's Gate 3. And then the second playthrough that's happening on the off days is like Bramble the Mountain King, Dredge, some one-offs like Silent Hill: The Short Message, Stray, things like that. So I don't want to get stuck doing 2 long playthroughs at the same time, because then there's nothing for anyone to watch if they're not interested in those 2 games. Whereas if I do short playthroughs, like if you're not interested in Dredge, for example, well, it was over in 10 videos, But if you're not interested in Baldur's Gate 3, you're going to have to sit through, 60, 70 parts, right? So that's why I'm trying to do short playthroughs alongside long playthroughs. I really liked Bramble the Mountain King. That was a great game. A bit sad, but it was a good one. I think that people that watched it liked it. Then I started Dredge, which was a big hit for the most part, and I 100%ed it. I really enjoyed Dredge. It was exactly the type of game I want to play more of on this channel. It's kind of horror adjacent, I would say, after playing it. Not so much a straight up horror game, but that's fine, because I don't know how well known this is, because I said this in my last update vlog, but a lot of people that are watching the channel now didn't see it. This is not a horror channel. This is a variety channel. So I'm going to be uploading a variety of different games. Right now, I would say I'm more horror focused than I intend to be in the long run. And I know that for some people, I'm not horror focused enough right now, but that's kind of too bad, so sad. Because if I just upload only horror stuff, then I might as well just put it on my main channel again. And I'm trying to kind of start fresh and do something new. Not really something new. This is sort of how my channel was 10 years ago, my main channel. Before I went like indie horror only, I was playing stuff like, I played BioShock Infinite, I played Half-Life 2, I played, a variety of different games. And so I'm trying to get back to that, because just playing indie horror stuff, you miss out on a lot of games. Like I would have never played Baldur's Gate 3. Honestly, I would have never had time. So this has been a great resource for me to play stuff I wouldn't normally play, and I guess make it a part of my video portfolio. So anyway, Dredge was really fun. Some people got a little backseaty with it, which I was shocked by, but I have some thoughts on that coming up. I think it's because it's a pretty simple game, and I think the more mechanically complicated a game gets, the less backseating there is, actually. Something I've noticed over the years. We restarted the Spine Chill podcast. It's the podcast with me, Gary, Sino, and Doug, and we've done 40 episodes of it on another channel, my Wolf DVD channel, because it used to be a Dead by Daylight podcast, but now we're doing more variety gaming, and we have a thing called Book Club, where we have an episode posted every 2 weeks. Somebody picks a game that all 4 of us play, and then we talk about it. So that's kind of, moving forward, that's kind of the thing that we've been really focusing on. We still talk about Dead by Daylight and asymmetrical horror games, but not nearly as often, and probably decreasing moving forward, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, if you're not watching or listening to Spine Chill, it's available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well, audio versions. That's something that we're doing too. I'm trying to make John Twolfe be like my hub for everything gaming that I'm doing, and that includes the podcast, and that includes hopefully some Dead by Daylight videos here and there moving forward. I kind of want to start posting more multiplayer stuff on the channel, but we'll see. So yeah, for a while there, I was like kind of just doing Baldur's Gate 3, Lethal Company, and Dredge, which was a good era, I would say. It was very easy to get way ahead doing the videos because I would just binge each game. And I started doing one-shots, starting with Silent Hill: The Short Message, which I uploaded, I think, like the day after it came out, something like that. So I was pretty on time with that one. That video kind of blew up for this channel. It got 100K views, which I'm both happy about and kind of not happy about, because I don't want to be tempted to post too much indie horror stuff like that, even though it does really well for me. Because like I said, then I may as well just post on my main channel. And I'm trying to do something different here. So I am still going to be posting indie horror stuff like that, but it's not going to be the only thing that I do, or like a mainstay. It's kind of what I was threatening to do for like years in my vlogs on the main channel. This is kind of fulfilling what I was hoping to do back then. Stray was a great game. I think people really enjoyed Stray. I enjoyed playing as a cat. Not really much to say about that. Good time with the playthrough. Good comment section. People seem to like it, so I'm glad I played it. I also did some League of Legends videos, which I have some unreleased ones right now. I don't know how I'm going to be doing League of Legends moving forward. I like the game a lot, and I was excited about this series, but then the game put me in Gold 1, which kind of killed my enthusiasm a bit. I was hoping to be put in like Bronze, and then I would have to like work my way up. I'd have to grind and get through things, and then like being placed in Gold 1, I'm like, well, I'm going to go down. And it's not as motivating for me as what I thought was going to happen. So, because like I played a couple more games that I haven't released, and I just did really badly in them because I'm not supposed to be in high gold, and I don't feel like I'm learning as much, and I'm just not really enjoying it. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with that at this point. I've a experiment I might try. We'll see. So then I started Detroit Become Human. The reason I started Detroit Become Human is because it was the second place vote getter on the charity stream that Baldur's Gate 3 won. And I would say my playthrough of Detroit has not been fun for me, sadly. I think it started off fine in like the first 3 parts or so. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if like the Detroit fan base found the playthrough because like, there's not a whole lot of like new playthroughs of Detroit coming through these days. I don't know if it was that or if it was I started playing the Chilla's art games and people from the main channel started flooding over or something. But around here, around part 3 or 4, people just were being really, really brutal in the comments. And I was finding myself, I think I've banned more people from commenting because of the Detroit playthrough than any other playthrough so far. Like it's a very high ratio. Even though I said at the beginning of the playthrough, like, please don't what I say, please don't treat the game better than you treat me. My choices are my choices. Please, don't backseat, be nice. People got really over the top with it, and like I get that a lot of people like the game, but it kind of ruined the experience for me. I liked Detroit Become Human as a game. I enjoyed playing it, honestly. But I just really didn't like the community feedback. I didn't enjoy the interactive component of the game, which is the whole point of posting it. I complain about the comments a lot. Some people are like, just don't read them. Just don't read the comments, which is ironic because then I wouldn't read their comment. But if I didn't read the comments, I wouldn't post these videos. That's the whole point of this entire thing to me, is interacting and reading people's feedback and reactions and seeing them enjoying it. And if I didn't have that, if I just was like, I'm not reading the comments anymore, like I wouldn't post videos. So I wouldn't post gaming videos, I mean. And still post main channel videos because those are more about like my personal expression. The main channel videos for me are more about me like expressing my creativity and expressing my interests and making something that I'm really proud of. And then the feedback is kind of secondary. With these gaming videos, it's like the opposite. Like, because there's no creativity or self-expression really involved in making these uncut gaming videos. They're I don't mean to talk badly about them. I know you guys enjoy them and stuff, but they're kind of like throwaway culture to me. It's like it just doesn't matter. These videos don't matter to me. What matters to me is interacting with people, like I said, seeing their reaction and being like, oh, they enjoyed it, And if I don't have that, then it's worthless to me. I may as well be spending my time doing anything else. And so, yeah, my playthrough of Detroit, I just really did not end up enjoying. I almost wanted to not post the last two videos because it got so bad. I mean, what can I say? I guess I'm a sensitive guy. I don't like people being super condescending to me and telling me that I'm stupid or for making a choice in a video game, or like judging my character or my intelligence from the video game. And I find that a lot of times with these choice games, people, it's like they treat it like some kind of IQ test, or like, let's see how smart you really are. Did you pick run or hide? And even though the outcome, of like the run or hide choice is completely up to the developer. If you pick hide, then the person after you could find you in the hiding spot, or they could move on to the next part. And it's like, oh, well, it was right to hide. Or you could pick run and like you run to a dead end. Oh, so it's like there's so many different possibilities, and you just kind of have to choose in the heat of the moment. And then I find that too many people place too much weight on that stuff, and it drives me crazy. It's like, what's the point of the choice game? It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be your choices are your choices, and what happens happens. But I found that so many people expected me to have like a perfect playthrough when I was playing the game blind. And I found that, I don't want to get into too many specific scenarios about it because I'll be talking forever, but I had to ban a lot of people. Okay, that's the takeaway. So I hope the smug corrections were worth never being able to comment again. And that's not to say I banned anyone who had something bad to say. I kept plenty of comments that were just people joking around with me or giving me a hard time. That's fine, but some people were just really over the parasocial line with it, and it kind of ruined the experience for me. It sucks because like I had a similar experience with Undertale. Undertale is a fantastic game. I would love to play it again, but I will never play it again on YouTube, because even with Undertale, it was like brand new when I played it, and people were still like they had already solved it, and it was like, if you're not going to get the true pacifist ending, then you may as well not have played it. And it was like a moral purity test. And I get tired of people treating these choice games like that. It's not how I view them at all, but I find myself feeling pressured to view them that way. And it's like, I gotta get the best ending, because like I went back at the end of the last part, and I went back and I got the best ending. Not completely and totally, because I killed one character on purpose. Like one side character, but all the main characters lived. And honestly, like, it was nice to see and everything, but I would have been fine just leaving it the way I originally had it, because it felt like it had weight to it. But I felt pressured to go back and fix it. But even though I fixed it, most of what people commented about was the mistake anyway. So it's like it was for nothing. I don't know. I don't want to bog you down too much with it, but it kind of killed my enthusiasm for the game. It kind of killed my enthusiasm for uploading stuff on this channel, and it definitely killed my enthusiasm for uploading choice-based games in the future. Like, Heavy Rain is out of the question now. There's no way I'm playing that game. What, and have people lose their shit over not doing it perfectly? I'm not going to go through that. And the whole point of this channel is for me to have fun, and if I'm not having fun, then I'm not doing it. Because I wasn't having fun doing gaming on my main channel, which I voiced time and time again. And so I'm not going to fall into the trap of getting locked into something on this channel that I'm not having fun doing. So, it's just a learning experience for me. I guess I've learned that I can't upload games like that. It just doesn't work for me. Now, I did upload some Chilla's art games because we were doing that for book club for Spine Chill. And so I did a couple of those, and those were fine for the most part. Got a lot of main channel people coming over on those. People shocked that this channel exists. And I'm just sitting there like, I talk about this channel on every main channel upload over the past few months. So I guess you haven't been watching those. Okay. But I just gotta get over that. Buckshot Roulette was miserable. Great game, but once again, the comments were just awful. Just terrible. Just terrible. And it's one of those things where Buckshot Roulette is a very simple game mechanically. It's not complicated. Same thing with Detroit. And I've found that games like that are ripe for backseating. People will backseat the hell out of a simple game that they can kind of get from just watching. They don't need to play it. If you're gonna play like Bloodborne or something, or Bloodborne's not the most complicated game in the world, but it's a little bit more mechanically intensive than buckshot roulette. I think it's fair to say. You're actually gonna get less backseating in those scenarios. I played through Bloodborne blind on YouTube, and I had a much better experience than playing buckshot roulette blind on YouTube. And it's because buckshot roulette and Detroit are games that are so simple. It's just a couple button presses, it's just a couple of choices, and people will be much more comfortable backseating you in those games than they will in games where like maybe they don't quite know everything that's going on, or like yeah, well, it's a hard game. And so I think I want to play less of those games in the future if I can help it. I don't know. That's kind of I'm still figuring out what to do with that in my head. But yeah, I have another buckshot roulette video actually that I'm kind of sitting on, where I played Double or Nothing, and I did really well actually. And I was a little bit smug in the video, and I just don't know if I want to post it. It was a little bit like, see, I do know what I'm talking about, but then I'm like, well, I don't want this to be like a war, like a back and forth where I'm like not focused on the game, So I don't know if I'm gonna post it or not. I'm still thinking about it. I played Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which was a bummer. Just a big fat bummer. It's like I preferred Bramble the Mountain King. This is a remake, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. It's a remake of the game that just came out the day that I posted the first video. It was a good experience. I'm glad I played it, but not my favorite game I played on the channel. Also did some co-op stuff, Forewarned and School Labyrinth, which were fun in their own right. Hope you guys are enjoying the multiplayer stuff in the absence of Lethal Company. I think next I'll be posting Outlast Trials, because Outlast Trials fully releases in just a few days. And so we'll be posting an Outlast Trials series coming up, which will be a lot of fun. I actually have a lot of hours in Outlast Trials. I've played through it many times, but Gab has never played it. So we're going to be going through like kind of treating it like a brand new experience on the full release day, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, if you've never seen Outlast Trials to this point, that's totally fine, because we'll be starting over on the first campaign and working our way through the game, and it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited about it. So yeah, that's gonna be a good time. That'll be coming up next week or so. Next short playthrough, like I said, Baldur's Gate 3 is resuming in 2 days. Next short playthrough starting tomorrow is Hypnospace Outlaw, which I'm playing because Sinnoh picked it for Spine Chill's book club, and that is going to be a fun experience. I hope. It's just kind of like a goofy little game. It's like, I think I described it as if Humongous Entertainment developed Welcome to the Game. You're basically just looking through these like retro web pages and stuff, and puzzling together, finding hidden clues and things like that. It's just like a fun time. Maybe not the best game to watch, because you're just looking at a retro computer screen the whole time. It's very stylized though. There's a lot of music and just weird little funny things that happen. It's definitely, I think, a game that I don't think I would play if it wasn't for a playthrough, but at the same time, I can see myself playing it in my spare time, just totally immersed. So I don't know. We'll see. As far as like one-shot indie horror stuff goes, yeah, I know some people have been asking about, I'll go ahead and close this out. I know some people have been asking about Fears to Fathom, Episode 4, Ironbark Lookout. I'll play it at some point. I'm just not... I gotta be in the mood for that. I gotta be in the mood for playing a Fears to Fathom game. I gotta be in the mood to play a Chilla's Art game. So I'm still planning on playing Chilla's Art The Kidnap, which is the one I haven't played that came out a few months ago. I think it's the last one that I haven't played of their recent ones. And People have been asking about Dead Signal as well from the Welcome to the Game developer, and I told the developer this just the other day because he was asking if there was like a reason I hadn't played it, and I was like, well, I had to sink a ton of time into Welcome to the Game 1 and 2, and I had to like really get into it. You have to really grind those games. I know maybe it doesn't come across that way, scrutinized too in the YouTube videos that I make because I like cut them up really well. But I mean, I had to go again and again and again on those games. You have to like do so much memorization. You have to just get really, really into it. You have to take notes. Honestly, you have to take notes with those games. You have to keep track of all the deep web pages and stuff. So I just haven't really felt like doing that recently. I haven't been in the mood for that, so I haven't played Dead Signal. I have heard from some friends that it's not as time intensive as the Welcome to the Game games, but it's not that I don't trust that opinion. I'm sure it's correct, but I know that I'll still need to put in work and go again and again and again with it and fine tune things. And I just need to be in the mood for that, and I don't want to half-ass that by just being like, here's your Dead Signal playthrough, and then it sucks. The playthrough sucks because like I just wasn't in the mood to play it and I didn't want to. So I don't want to do that with Dead Signal. I want to wait until I'm ready and then go into it, One last thing, I have like lists of games that are coming up that I'm interested in playing on the second channel, and one of them is Alone in the Dark, which comes out March 20th. So I just want to reveal, I guess, that I will be playing that game starting hopefully day one. Alone in the Dark, the new game with David Harbour is in it from Stranger Things. It's coming out March 20th, and I will be playing that on the channel, so look forward to that. You can look forward to, I think, any major horror game that comes out. I'll play Silent Hill 2 Remake on this channel. I'll play, whatever Resident Evil game comes out next on this channel. At least that's the plan for right now. There may be a time when I go back to the main channel and do gaming videos there, but right now I'm having a great time just making non-gaming videos on there. And I've kind of talked that subject to death before, but a lot of people that I get on the second channel are like, why isn't he just uploading this on his main channel? And I'm like, I feel like I've just talked until I'm blue in the face about what I want to do on the main channel and what I want to do in the non-gaming space. And I just don't really feel like reiterating, I guess, but I don't want to post this stuff on the main channel because I'm trying to do something different over there right now. And it's actually working out. It's actually working out great. And so I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too. I'm trying to do what I want, like creatively and stuff that fulfills me on the main channel. And then over here, I'm still trying to keep up with my gaming hobby. And so I feel like I've finally figured out a way that kind of works for it. And with that said, though, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep up the daily upload schedule. Just so you know, I'm going to try to keep it up as long as possible, but I'm only a few days ahead right now. There was a time when I was like 2 weeks ahead on videos, and that was great, but I'm only like 3 or 4 days ahead right now, and I'm not sure how much longer I can keep that up, especially with doing like 2-hour videos for Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, we'll see. But for now, it's working. But if you log in one day and there's no video for the day, I'm sorry. It's just couldn't keep up with it, I guess. But yeah, well, I've been talking for half an hour. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, I'll try to do more videos like this every quarter or so, just to check in and see what I'm thinking, I guess. All right, just so we're all on the same page. I'll see you all in the next one. Think critically.